All right, good morning, triathletes. Happy Monday. Today actually is Monday, it's President's Day. And today's Mindful Monday is going to be focusing on your biking. So we are going to deal with, for sure, hips, for sure, quads, and calves. And then also counterbalancing this like arrow bar position that you're always in, of like this flexed chest and, you know, round, not really rounded back, but I guess it is a little bit of a rounded back position. So essentially shortening in the front, elongating in the back. So we have to counterbalance that and kind of open up in the front and strengthen the back for those purposes. Because if you're always like this, then your back muscles are being overly stretched, in essence weakened, and your front muscles are being overly contracted and weakened also in that place as well. So counterbalancing that. So let's start off with a little bit of pranayama. Prana means life force, yama means control, so controlling your breath. So come to any comfy seat position. I have a little towel underneath me. Anytime you raise the sits bones up, it's going to allow your hips to relax a little bit more. You can also be sitting long-legged. You could be sitting in a chair. You could even be laying down on the ground. Whatever is comfy for you, that will enable you to be able to focus on your breath. And then reach under, pull the flesh out from underneath your sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. And take a nice deep inhale. Okay, sorry about that. We're gonna start again. I had some trouble with Zoom. Anyways, come to a seat, reach under or pull the flesh out from underneath your sits bones. Close the eyes, letting your eyelids get super heavy and draping closed. And then just check in right now, as if you're looking back in your thoughts with your eyes, looking back into your head. Notice exactly how you feel right now. Where are your thoughts, right? How are you physically feeling? Take a nice deep inhale. Let it out the mouth. And then seal the lips closed. And we're gonna do a 3-part breath. So this is something that's really key with your cycling, because you are in this forward flex position. You know, sometimes it can be hard to breathe into the belly. So training yourself to really breathe all the way down into your belly, not forcing the breath down there, but really thinking about breathing into that spot. So take an inhale through your nose, fill up your chest, then your rib cage, and then your belly. And then exhale through your nose, and as you do that, gently pull your belly button back to your spine. Feel the ribs, corset, and the chest ball. Inhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Exhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Inhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Exhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. Every time your mind starts to wander, every time a thought starts to creep into that spot, I want you to encapsulate that thought into something. Maybe it's like a cloud, or maybe it's a bag or whatever it is, something that you can place that thought in and then put it away. If it's a cloud, let it float on by. If you're putting it into a box, place it on an imaginary shelf. Whatever it is, to tune back into the sound, the texture, right? The calming feeling of your inhale, bringing fresh prana, fresh life force into your body. And then on your exhale, what do you need to release? Right? What thought, what emotion, what memory, what pain, what tightness, whatever it is. What do you need to release? Try 5 more breaths like that. Releasing your hands on your next inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers, stretch up nice and tall. Try to get your biceps back behind your ears. Blink the eyes open. Inhale there. Exhale, take a hinge over to the left. Keep grounded through your right sit bone. Reach out again on your inhale. Exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, lengthen. Reaching over to the right. Pause there. Reach a little bit further. Reach out of your left side, but keep grounded through the sit bone. Exhale, come back to neutral. This time, release your left hand to the floor, press into the floor. Reach up and over with the right. Bracing down through your left hand, bracing down through your right sit bone. You can drop a little bit deeper onto your left elbow. Reach out of it. Inhale, come back to center. Interlace again. Extending through the arms. Inhale there. Exhale, hinge over your left knee. Release the hands. They're parallel to the floor now. And then walk them forward, fingertip the ground, and hinge over your left knee. You'll feel a stretch in the low right side of your back. Walk yourself back up. Inhale again, arms separated this time. Right hand finds the floor, press into the floor, reach up and over with the left. Ground down through your left sit bone. Reach out of it. And then drop down onto your right elbow. Come back to center. Last time, interlace. Extend your fingers up towards the sky. Squeeze the biceps in towards the ears. And then take a long hinge over your right leg. Release through the hands. Parallel in your hands. Reaching over your right knee. Breathe into the low left quadrant of your back. Come back to center, take the hands behind you, open up your chest, extend through your elbows, your hands are flat to the floor, lift up through your heart. Release it, grab onto the front of the knees, around your back, take an inhale into your upper back, roll off of your sit bones, chin to chest. Come back up to neutral, come over onto your hands and knees for some cat-cow work. This is one of my favorite breath work to do. So toes curled under, belly button, spine, extend your spine, look up. Flex your spine, round your back, look down. Inhale, extend, look up, tail up, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, round back, push the floor away, breathe into your upper back. 2 more. Inhale there. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Take the knees wide. Toes are flat to the ground. Sit your bum back to your heels. Reach the arms long. Take 2 breaths in child's pose. Inhaling all the way down into your low back. Exhaling, draping the chest. Fingertip the ground. Send your arms a little bit further away from you. Inhale again. Exhale, draping the chest. Good. Come back up to neutral. Okay. Take your hands wider than your mat, okay, or wider than your shoulders. Fingertip the ground. We're going to stretch through the chest, belly button into the spine, okay? On your inhale, drop your chest down. All right, excuse me, I should have said on your exhale, drop your chest down. Now look at your hands and make sure that they're underneath the elbows and they're kind of in line with your chest, okay? As you exhale, press up and squeeze your pecs in towards midline. As you inhale, drop down, overriding that press up. Exhale, press up, pecs squeeze into the sternum. Inhale, drop down. 2 more, press up, squeeze, 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 pecs into the sternum. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, press up, squeeze pecs into sternum. Inhale, drop down, keep the gaze forward, leading your chin towards the mat. You can hold that down there and shift side to side. If you feel jamming in the shoulders, move your hands down a little bit more. Great chest stretch. Good. Come forward for Cobra. So back strengthener. Remember I said that your back has a tendency to get overextended, okay? Extend through your legs. Draw your shoulders out of your ears, hands underneath your chest, okay? Or not underneath your chest, but in line with your chest, okay? As you inhale, press your pubic bone into the ground. Don't use your butt muscles, so don't squeeze your butt muscles. Drop your shoulders down and then draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale there. Exhale, come down. Push your butt side to side. Reset again. Pubic bone pushes into the mat. Draw your shoulders down out of your ears. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, come down. One more time, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, lift your heart up. Inhale there. Exhale, come down. Good. Take your hands, interlace them behind you, extend through your elbows, draw your shoulder blades down. Inhale one more time, really extending through the elbows, but not locking them out completely. Inhale there. Exhale, come down. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Press up for a soft upward facing dog. So send your hips forward, keep the shoulders down, out of your ears, look to the right, shifting your left hip down towards the mat, the left hip flexor. Belly button into the spine, look to the left. One more time, look to the right. And look to the left. Beautiful. Come back to hands and knees. Take your knees towards each other. Shift your bum back to your heels. Again, stretch your back again in a modified child's pose. Bend through the elbows. Reach your fingertips back towards your shoulders. Walk the elbows a little bit farther forward and really draw your sit bones back towards your heels. Good. Come back up to neutral. Pad your knee, your left knee. Okay, so take a towel underneath the the right knee. We're going to have left foot forward for the hip flexor stretch. So we did this one. I don't know the order that Aaron's going to be playing these, but we did this one the other day with our swing stretch. So shift forward into your left knee. I'm lunging forward into my left knee. The top of my right foot is on the ground. I'm going to drive my right knee forward, my lower leg forward, like I'm trying to bring my chin to my chest, my knee to my chest, okay? Shift forward again. Again, push the top of your right foot into the ground, drive your right knee forward like you're trying to bring your knee up to your chest. You're going to feel a contraction in the right hip flexor, and then override that and pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Drive the right knee forward like you're trying to bring knee to chest, and then override and pull yourself back into the lunge. 2 more times. Drive it forward. It's going to shift your body back to neutral. You're going to feel a tightness here in the right hip flexor. Override, pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Last one, drive forward. Override, pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Plant the hands to the left thigh. Press your heart up away from the thigh. Inhale there. Left hand finds the floor. Right arm reaches up and over the ear. Take a nice deep inhale along the right side. Exhale, come back to neutral. Good. Take your left knee down to the mat. We're going to take a frog pose, stretching out the inner thigh muscles, okay? So I know that you guys do a lot of contracting in, pulling in from the groin, right? Pulling in through the adductors. So my knees are bent 90 degrees. My feet are flexed. And I am allowing my body weight to sink down, okay? So I'm not contracting my knees in towards each other. I'm not squeezing in, but I do have a little bit of resistance on there, and it's a tremendous stretch. So I want you to take 3 breaths here and just recognize that this is hard for people. Okay, so don't get discouraged if you're wicked tight, because I feel your pain. One more inhale here. Flexing through your feet. The more you shift your sit bones back, the harder you're going to feel it. Press yourself up. Draw the knees towards each other. And then just shift your pelvis a little bit. Little shifts in your pelvis. All right. We are switching sides with the hip flexor stretch. So now the left knee is going to be on the ground. The right foot is going to be forward. And I'm going to shift forward into the right knee. I'm going to push the top of my left foot on the ground. I'm going to drive that left knee forward like I'm trying to bring knee to chest, and then release. And then go for it again. Drive the left knee forward like I'm trying to bring knee to chest. Feel a contraction in the left hip flexor. And then override and pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Drive the left knee forward like I'm trying to bring knee to chest. And then override and pull yourself back into lunge. 2 more. Drive it forward. Keep your hips square. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine. Pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Last one. Drive it forward. Pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Plant the hands to the right thigh. Press your heart up away from the right thigh. And then right hand is going to go low. Left arm is going to reach up and over. Good. Let's take care of your quad as long as we're here. Okay, so right elbow, right thigh. Lunge forward. Now, we've done this stretch several times. You can do this against a wall, or if you don't have a wall, okay, then you could do it as if your foot is pressing into the wall, but this time your left hand is holding it, okay? So push your left foot into your left hand, okay? And then override that and gently pull in. Push the foot into the left hand, allow your elbow to extend, and then override and pull in. 2 more. Push the foot into the hand, belly button into the spine, override and gently pull in. Last one, push the foot into the hand, feel a contraction in your left quad, and then override and gently pull in. You can always do both hands if you need more. But on a scale of 1 to 10 for resistance, do not give yourself a tremendous amount of resistance. Switch sides. Right knee down, left foot forward. Lunge into that left foot. Reach back for the right foot with the right hand. If you're feeling tremendous pressure in the knee, either you're not far enough forward into the lunge or you're putting too much resistance. Okay? Square off the hips. Push the foot into the hand. Feel a light contraction in your right quad. Should be in the belly of the quad, in the center of the quad. Override and pull in. Push the foot into the hand. Allow your leg to press away from you and your elbow to extend. And then override and pull in. 2 more. Push it away. Allowing your right pec to open, right front of the shoulder to open. Override and pull in. Last one. Press it away. Override and pull in. Again, take both hands. Notice that my heel is not touching my bum, and my hip is forward of my knee. Good. Release it. We're going to go to one of my favorite stretches now, aside from quads at the wall. Okay. So we're here. You're going to be laying on your left side. So let's just all lay on the same side. Okay, left side, which means your right hip is on top. Now, knees are going to be bent 90 degrees. My resistance is my right hand, my top hand, and it's at the lower part of my leg. My foot is flexed, my knee is flexed, okay? Here's your kinetic pattern, okay? Here's the movement pattern. Hand is resting on here for resistance. I'm going to track my leg back so that my knee is right over my hip, okay? And then I'm going to override and gently push the leg back to the starting position. I'm stretching the outside of my hips. Notice that my knee is either in line with my ankle or slightly above the ankle. Never doing this, okay? So you're here, all right? Track back, 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 back. And then override and push down. Feeling like you're pulling your right hip behind you, okay? Track back. Override, push it down. Now we're going to extend the leg the next time we bring it down. Track it back. Hold. Think about your right hip. As you bring it back down, I want you to extend through your leg and feel like you're tractioning your leg forward. So you're grabbing onto that thigh and you're gently pulling forward. You can circle your right foot at the ankle. That's going to add a little bit more intensity. You could also turn the toes down. Okay? Bend the knee. Track back. Your right hip should be on fire at this point. Override that. Extend through the leg. This time, turn the toes down. Ooh. Good. Now switch hands. Sorry, don't switch hands yet. Track the leg back in an extended position. Now you're going to switch hands. Press down with your right arm, your top arm, switch hands. Open up your chest. Now pull down with your left arm. Oh, look up to the sky or look to the right. Turn the toes down towards the floor. The lower you grab that leg, the more you're going to feel it, and breathe for 2. And 1. Good. Excellent. Switch sides. That stretch is young. Knees bent, 90 degrees. Top hand, low leg. Flex your feet. Track it back. Knee in line with hip. Release, repeat. Track back. Release, repeat. Stay on your side. Track back. And hold. Focus on the outside hip, the top hip. Ready? Override. Press down towards the floor. Elongating and tractioning your leg forward. Track back. Remember that knee is a little bit higher or in line with the ankle, definitely not lower. Hold, override, extend the leg, traction it. So you're pulling your left hip behind you. Bend the knee, track that. Hold. Focus on that left hip, override, extend through the leg, turn the toes down towards the floor. Pull the left hip behind you, bend the knee, track that. Hold there, override, push down, turn the toes towards the floor. Good, bend the knee. This is the one where we switch hands. Extend the leg up, push down with the left hand, switch hands, grab it with the right. Breathe, 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 breathe. Open to the left. Look to the left. Feel all the modifications in your low back. As long as there's no pain or tingling, that should be safe. Good. Release it, lay on your back. This is just going to be more oomph for the junk in the trunk. For the glutes. Cross your right leg over your left leg. If you're able to go for both feet at the same time, go for it, okay? If you're not, I really just care about your top leg. You can also take a strap or a towel or whatever and hook it around the foot so you have more length with your arms, okay? When you're grabbing, okay, the key thing is to not pull your heels down towards your bum, but actually to pull your heels towards your shoulders. Okay, and then just breathe there, maybe for like 2 or 3 breaths. Good, release and switch legs. Left over right. Flex the feet. Grab on gently. Pull down towards the shoulders. Breathe into it. Good. Release that. Take the feet as wide as your mat. We're going to do this TFL, okay, the outside hip flexor here. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Drop both knees over to the right. Take your right ankle, hook it on the outside of your left low leg, and then reach your left arm up towards the sky. Now, your low back is going to be off the ground. Okay, that's not a problem if it's off the ground, but I want you to think about engaging your core, belly button back to the spine, and like you're trying to weight down that low back. Alrighty? Reach your left arm out to the left. Good. Switch sides. Feet wide again. Drop the knees in to the left, and then hook your left ankle on the top of your low right leg, and then bring your right arm out like a Y. Again, your low back is up off the ground, no problem. But think about weighting down that hip flexor. Good. Full body stretch. Extend through your legs, extend through your arms. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bring your knees, hands to the knees, press the knees away from you, rounding your back, stretching through your upper back. If you gently roll yourself up, come to a seat. Neck stretch. Draw your chin to your chest, circle the head around to the right. Pause there with your right ear over your right shoulder. Take your left arm behind you. If you need a little bit more, you can reach your right arm across your head. Release it, head back. Over to the left. Pause there with your left ear over your left shoulder. Take your right arm, sweep behind you. Take the left arm across your head. to center, bring your chin to your chest, grab on, bring on underneath your clavicle, push in, pull down, and then lift your chin the other way. Open and close your mouth. Pulling your low jaw to meet your upper jaw. Release it, interlace the hands behind the head, press the head back into the hand, open up the chest, and then gently override, pull down, chin to chest, bring the tips of the elbows to meet each other. Drop your shoulders. Good, release it. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, check in. You guys feel a little bit better? And before we started, hope so. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, my friends. Enjoy it. Bye, see you soon.